right, folks, welcome into week 14, the last week of the season, it turns out, Bob. I'm Jason Blakeney, Assistant Sports Editor at the Pensacola News-Journal. With me, Bob Heist, and we're going to blame old Bob Heist, sports editor here, because when it's me and DC on the videos, our teams are rolling through the playoffs. We bring you in, and everybody loses.
Man, Black Friday. That is about the only way to put it, and really out of the 4 games, 3 heartbreakers. I mean, I personally thought we were going to have 3 wins. We were going to go 3-1. Northview obviously was facing a huge challenge going down to Jacksonville, facing Trinity. But boy, 3 heartbreakers. I mean, really, we did not see the season ending like this for the Pensacola team.
Yeah, and that's what I said to you as soon as I walked back in. Bob didn't see this coming. And the thing is, all 3 of these teams, when you talk about Catholic, you talk about Navarre and PHS, all 3 teams could have won. All 3 teams come up just a little bit short. We'll start with the game I was at Catholic. They fall behind early, 14-0. Trinity Catholic drives down, gets them a touchdown on a pass play. Then immediately a pick 6, devastating, puts them down 14-0. They're just never able to climb back out of the hole.
Oh, I think that's a theme that carried out throughout the night. A mistake, a missed play, which we'll see, missed extra points cost a couple teams. Catholic, crucial decision in the third quarter to go at 4th down, right near midfield, doesn't pay off.
Right.
Trinity flips the field, scores a really decisive touchdown. You take the interception return, and there, really that's kind of the ball game when you got 2 great teams, and those were 2 great teams playing tonight.
Yeah, Marquis Summer continued, his great play, over 100 yards rushing again. He was really a bright spot on that Catholic team, despite not getting into the end zone. Sean White played well, made the one mistake, and ends up being costly. You never know when those mistakes are going to pile up on you. But the defense, they played well all night, and then just in that last drive, Trinity Catholic chews up 7 minutes of clock, ends up kneeling out the game after a huge 4th down conversion pass, which it looked like it could have gone either way. If the referee called it an incomplete pass, I don't know if they would have gotten any argument from Trinity Catholic. It was a really close play. They call it a completion, and it sealed the game.
Maybe this one didn't go quite the way some folks down in McCalla were calling this 56-14, and that obviously Trinity is a dynamic team, but Catholic record ends up 8-5, but they're 12-1 on the field. Paperwork miscue ends up costing them a few wins, but this is a quality team that really just keep going back at that, a play here, a play there. That decides teams that are playing for state championships, and for the 2nd consecutive year, unfortunately, this is where the road ends for Catholic, and really a talented team. I think 25 seniors come off this roster, and you can just start rattling them off. We know the Division I prospects: White, Sumler, DJ Petway, Ransford, James Elliott. I mean, this is a good crew. I think Coach Sievert's going to be sorry this one ended like this.
Yeah, and maybe on the field they were the better team tonight. If you just watch the game, if you broke it up and you just mixed the plays up, Catholic was a better team on the field. They just didn't get it done when it mattered the most. Those 4th downs, 3rd down conversions, so many penalties, 8 penalties in the game. You just can't do that. Another team that almost had another run. PHS, man, what a tough loss, 7-3, and they were right there at the goal line at the end of the game.
Well, and there you have it. I mean, 7-3. Go to St. Aug. On the road there last year, won 9-0. This year they come up short, 7-3. But boy, what a dramatic finish when you talk about that. 1st and goal, less than a minute to go. They got a 4th and goal at the 5. Jalen Spencer scrambles, can't turn it over. I mean, can't turn it into the end zone. And there you have it. 26 school record, 26 game record streak. Trying to be the first team to defend a title since Pine Forest in the late 80s. I expected a low-scoring game between two of the state's better defensive teams, and they didn't disappoint.
Yeah, PHS, they had a little trouble containing the big fullback from St. Augustine. Guy ran for over 100 yards. I don't know the last time somebody ran for 100 yards against the PHS defense, but they still kept him in the game. Only 7 points. It was miscues by St. Augustine that kept the score so low, but that's the sort of thing that when you're a defense like PHS, you play so tough to keep, where you have a bad snap on a field goal, or you miss a miscue on what could have been a touchdown. That's the kind of thing that keeps PHS in the games, and this time the offense just comes up a little short. Navarre, though, different story. Their offense, click, click, click. They got those points up on the board, 33 points tonight. That 34th point, though, the biggest point.
Well, and get back to how the little things cost you when you're trying to win a championship or trying to contend or play for a championship. Fourth quarter, this is obviously an evenly matched game. Navarre scores the go-ahead touchdown midway through the fourth quarter, misses the extra point. Tallahassee Lincoln scores the touchdown to tie it. They need an extra point with about 3 minutes to go in the game. They miss the extra point. Then it's back and forth in overtime. Colton Kane steps up. Huge for Navarre. 2 10-yard touchdown runs in the first and third overtime periods. Dwayne Carter has a short touchdown run in the second period. They're making the extra points. Bing, bing. Navarre gets the ball first in the third overtime. Kane delivers. Extra points blocked. Tallahassee delivers. Converts. And there you have it. They could still be playing all night. Those teams obviously were very well matched up. Navarre, if there's a team you want to feel sorry for,
right.
Here it is, this record-setting season. All the Ian Lockwood story that's behind this team lives strong. Just a remarkably heartfelt story. Really touched that community, touched that team, touched that school, and. You're just unable to do something that seems so simple, an extra point.
Right.
And, and there's the greatest season in school history that ended in Tallahassee.
Yeah, and that story, that Lockwood story, that expands so far beyond Navarre. You have people from Milton and from Pace who would never rooting for Navarre just because, of the whole story, the background. Great year for them. Chad Lashley, great coaching job this year. Felt like he was a step away the last couple years. Found that step. They had a bunch of kids that they played as sophomores, were seniors this year. Be interesting to see what they can do next year. And PHS and Catholic, a whole bunch of people are going to be doing a whole lot of rebuilding. We thought that this year, and then here we are with 4 teams in the third round of the playoffs. The last team, Northview, kept it close for a half. Only trailing by a touchdown against a team that really they should have gotten their eyes beat out the entire game, and they held close, but they just couldn't hold it together in that third quarter.
Well, think about it halftime when you're you can get on a blog or you can get on some site that's related to high school football
Right.
in Florida, and you see the score is 14-7.
Right.
This Trinity team, they have 2 SEC players
Right.
in their backfield. And you got the boys from up at Brad. That are just having this remarkable run. Sid Wheatley obviously has done just a fabulous job in his 2 seasons with the program.
Mm-hmm.
But it's 14-7.
Right.
And but then bang, in the blink of an eye, 35 points in 4 or 5 offensive plays and 1 defensive score,
Man.
and 35 points on the board, and probably a score that we were expecting, maybe not quite how it happened, but give Northview all the props in the world. Just a fabulous season. Like we said, when we had done the story during the week that the 1A, the Class 1A schools from here, and it's the reason this rural classification that's coming into existence in Florida is so necessary.
Right.
Really, just overwhelming underdogs when they
Right.
get to the 1A level in the private schools
Right.
in the metro areas. So.
Yeah, it's tough for teams like the Northviews and the Jays, and even on down the Panhandle all the way through Tallahassee. You go and you go play against these metro area teams that have so many kids to choose from, and maybe there's a little recruiting going on, maybe there's not. And that's not really important. What matters is they're pulling from 1 million kids, where our guys are pulling from maybe 5,000. But for those guys to go over there, hang close first half, very impressive. Not the way we wanted to end the year, though. Frankly, I didn't want to end the year doing a video with Bob.
Yeah. I don't think anybody does.
But, it is what it is, and that's in the books. Again, we had Catholic fall 21-14, we had PHS fall 7-3, Navarre falls 34-33, and Northview falls, I believe it was 49-14. So that's a wrap on the football season. I guess we're going to go ahead and just close it out and say goodbye for 2010. Be sure to check out your news journal today. We got all the details on all the games, and check us out Sunday. We'll follow things up for you. And thanks for joining us. I'm Jason Blakeney, Bob Heist, and we'll see you next year.